Alright, Sandown, new track to me. It's a fun track to drive, big straights, lots of drafting here probably, really tight corners, gonna be hard to go too wide through, so I don't know what the racing is gonna be like. iRacing setup again, changed it up. A few things here with this track. My setup has the car on the lower end of things. You can, if you find you're running into trouble with these very nasty curbs here, you may want to bump up the ride height, maybe to a minus 13, minus 12 in the rear. Um, this setup is good. I think it's quite good. However, it punishes you for mistakes. So if you want something a little more forgiving, increase that ride height, and it will make life a little easier if you make a mistake. Damper compression is up one click. There's a lot of downhill portions to this track. Spring rates in the front are as low as they go. Again, if you watch my videos, the camber is changed up here a bit. It's not showing for some reason there. Oh, there we go, 1.9 on that right one. And in the rear, the spring rate is one notch above the lowest, so it's not quite as low as it, or soft as it goes, I mean. At a 44 there, and again, camber's changed up on the left side. And that's about it. Toe in is left the same. Um, Again, the rear ride height, you may want to change those if you are finding trouble with the curbs. ARB is 5 and the rear compression is the same. 13 liters probably gets you to the end of the race, and gear stack is tall. There's no getting around that. You need it for these long straights, but you don't need the very tall. It's not that different. So we'll go through the track here in slow-mo as usual. Track is 21, so it should be representative of the week. 18, probably 24, something like that. Now, there's a few spots here where I'm shifting down into first. I know there's a lot of the faithful out there that are using a stick. If you're using a stick, probably a lot of these first gear spots, you'll probably want to be leaving it in second. I know I've got a lot of people with questions and comments who are using a stick, so watch out for that. So, big long straight here, lots of drafting, I'm gonna bet. So looking for the 100 board in fourth gear, course just before the 100 board, shifting down into second, pretty darn hard on the brakes. This you want to get a good exit out of here, get on the throttle as early as possible. So just releasing the brakes, probably turned in here a little bit too early, and then just picking up the throttle. So yeah, this nasty curb here. But it's these curbs on exit you have to watch out for on quite a few of the corners. They are a triangle, and if you get your right hand tire onto the pavement portion past them, with this ride height your car is going to bottom out. It's going to slow you down. So that's where the ride height change can come into play. So as long as you keep your tire on the curb, either end of the triangle, but ideally on the side facing your car, you'll be okay with this ride height, and I think it will get you more speed and more ability to draft in the straights. So just quickly up into third gear, and then just looking for this cement patch here on the left. Just as you're entering that cement patch, getting again hard on the brakes, down into second gear. And sort of holding the brakes, releasing them slowly, because this is a really tight chicane. Touch the curb there just a smidge. You don't want to touch them too much, though. These are really disruptive. And then just picking up the throttle as early as possible. And again, you want to just get yourself over to the right hand side. And it's not a bad idea just to get a tire just a bit onto the triangle side facing you. Don't get over though and try to turn in here. That's going to be big trouble. So second gear, shifting down into first at the end of these this barrier here, this solid barrier. Hard on the brakes, down into first, and again just releasing the brakes, wanting to pick up the throttle as early as possible. Really important for this one because you're coming up onto one of the big straights. I think I just nicked the curb here a little bit. And then again on exit, so this is one, if you guys are driving stick, you probably want to hold this in second, I'm gonna guess. And then again on exit, I get onto the far side of the curb here, that's okay, but don't get onto that sandy patch, cement patch, otherwise you'll bottom out. And then just work your way up the gears. Very big straight. So again, you'll probably have to practice defensive lines for this one, but looking just past the 50 board here, just past this sandy patch, just gonna lift. Cold tires, you may want to just dab the brake a little bit. This is a downhill section, so the back end is gonna want to step out a bit, and then just sort of rolling in, just managing the throttle, making use of the curbs there. Those aren't too bad on the car. And then you want to try and straight line it from this curb to that curb to the far end here as much as possible. Just minimize the wheel inputs. You can get onto this curb, no problem, but again, you don't want to get fully over, otherwise with this ride height you are going to be in trouble, and you're probably going to get an X or a slowdown, I think, actually. And yeah, just managing the throttle. So once you get to this grass section here, or just past it, getting onto the brakes pretty darn hard. Down into second, down into first. Again, with a stick you may want to be doing this in second. And then just trying to work your way over to the right there as much as possible to open this one up. Because again, it's another real tight turn. First gear, releasing the brake, picking up the throttle as early as possible. I think I nicked the curb here just a little bit. And then again on exit, you gotta watch out. Same exit for all of these tight corners. Do not cross over the curb. And so looking for the 50 board in third gear here for a short bit. Shifting down into first. Hard on the brakes. Really hard on the brakes. Again, you guys with stick probably want to leave this in second. You can do it in second. I just like to shift down into first so I can pick up the throttle earlier, but second works through here, not too bad. And just keep yourself tight to the right just to open this up, because it's that real big start finish straight, and then picking up the throttle nice and early on exit, and don't smash that curb too much. And again, watch this curb on exit. Don't go over. And then just work your way over to the left or right, depending what you're doing, who you're defending against, or who you're trying to pass. And it's a short run to the line, so no real passing opportunity there, so you don't get to use any of this straight. So that is a lap, 1:15.2. I think that should be pretty competitive. Probably see some high 1:14s, something like that. So good luck out there. We'll see you next time. I'll run this out at full speed.